All right, today we're going to unpack a really wild story. It's a public claim made against Google that's got everything: mysterious AI, a bold claim of ownership, and yeah, a demand for a whole lot of money.
And it all kicks off with this number: $10 million. Now, this isn't a ransom note or a lottery win. It's actually the price tag on a formal bill of sale demand for what one person is claiming is their groundbreaking AI tech, which they say Google is using right now. So this is the heart of it right here. This quote comes from a public document filed back on November 22, 2023. An individual named James Anthony Lambert, who actually calls himself the source, is putting it out there for everyone to see. He's saying point blank, I own Gemini 3 DeepThink and anti-gravity logic, and Google's using them. Okay, so let's really get into this. You've got the huge number, you've got these dramatic sounding technology names, but what is this claim really about? What are the actual pieces here?
This really just breaks it all down, doesn't it? On one side, you've got James Lambert, on the other, the giant, Google. The core accusation is the illegal use of unique training sessions. And what's at stake? These two technologies with these just incredible names: Gemini 3 DeepThink and anti-gravity logic. You couldn't make this up.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The document doesn't just make a claim. It actually cites a specific court case. You know, this is a pretty savvy move. It's meant to make the whole thing look more official, tying it into the legal system and suggesting it's more than just some guy shouting on the internet.
And check out this timeline. It is incredibly fast. The alleged misuse of his work happens in October 2023, and by late November, bam, this public claim is already filed. I mean, that kind of speed tells you the claimant felt a massive sense of urgency. They wanted to get their story out there, and they wanted to do it right away.
So obviously, the big question is, what is this technology, right? What in the world are Gemini 3 DeepThink and anti-gravity logic? And that question, well, it leads us to one of the most curious parts of this whole document. Or maybe I should say what's not in the document.
And there you have it. This is the central mystery. The filing makes this huge, bold claim of ownership, but then offers absolutely zero technical explanation of what this anti-gravity logic even does. We get these awesome, sci-fi sounding names, but the actual substance, it's a total black box. And that's a big deal, because you'd think in the world of intellectual property, if you're claiming something this revolutionary, you'd come with some kind of proof.
Okay, so if there's no technical breakdown, what kind of evidence do we get? Well, this is where it gets weird. Instead of providing schematics or code, the claimant just leaves a trail of digital breadcrumbs.
Here's what was included in the filing. A bunch of links. A few of them point to Google's own Gemini AI. There's a YouTube link and another one that looks like a blockchain service, which maybe hints at trying to timestamp an idea or something. But the key thing is, they're just dropped in there. No context, no explanation. It's a classic connect the dots puzzle for anyone who finds the document.
And that's really what makes this whole thing so bizarre. The evidence isn't evidence in the way we usually think about it. It's a puzzle. It's not a direct argument. It's just a handful of clues that basically invites internet sleuths to come in and try to piece together the story behind this $10 million demand.
You know, this whole puzzle, it's not just about one person's claim or a few cryptic links. It really pushes us to step back and think about a much, much bigger question that goes way beyond this single document.
At the end of the day, what you should take away from this isn't just the details of one guy's claim against Google. It's that this whole situation shines a massive spotlight on a really profound challenge we're facing. We're in this new frontier of AI, right, where a breakthrough might not be a physical thing but just an abstract idea or a new way to train a model. And that leaves us with a huge question. In the race for artificial intelligence, how is ownership of a new logic or training method actually proven?